Do you love the crochet moss stitch? Are you looking for a different variation on this textured crochet stitch? If you are, this is the video for you. I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet. And today I'm going to teach you the herringbone half double crochet moss stitch. It's a little different take on the crochet moss stitch. It adds just a little different detail to your crochet stitch. If I bring this a little closer, you can see that fun textured detail. This stitch looks the same from both sides. So if you're ready to learn how to herringbone half double crochet moss stitch, let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. So for the herringbone half double crochet moss stitch, you can start one of two ways. You'll have to pick which way. You can either start by chaining an even number and then going into row 1, which I'll show you here, that start. Or you could foundation single crochet an odd number and that counts as row 1. So either way, you're gonna complete a row 1 here, and it's essentially gonna be a row of single crochets, whether you chain and then place a single crochet in each chain, or you foundation single crochets. So here I have chained 16. So I'm going to show you the chain start. So I've chained 16. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So not that one, but this one. So I'm going to place a single crochet here. And then I'm going to continue placing a single crochet in each chain space across. I'll end up with an odd number of single crochets because I lose one stitch count when I start this way, because we don't work into that first chain from the hook, we work into the second chain. So that's where we lose one. So that's why if you foundation single crochet, you need to foundation single crochet in odd numbers, whereas if you chain start, it needs to be done in even numbers. Now, if you need to see how to single crochet, foundation single crochet, chain stitch, herringbone half double crochet stitch, any of these stitches that I'm going to use today, I'm going to include links to the videos for those below. You can check those out, and I've got tutorials for each of those videos. And so there we have now single crocheted in each chain across. I am now down to 15 for my stitch count, because remember I started with 16. So now I'm down to 15, and that completes row 1. To start row 2, we're going to start by chaining 1 and turning. Now just keep in mind that chain 1 does not count as a stitch count when it comes to our final stitch count for the row. So just keep that in mind. So we've chained 1 and we've turned. What we're going to do is we're going to place a herringbone half double crochet here in this very first stitch. So I do that by yarning over. I'm going to insert into that first stitch. I'm going to yarn over, pull through the stitch, and then I'm going to keep pulling that same loop right here through the second loop on my hook. So now I've got 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through both loops. So the herringbone half double crochet is just a different look to a half double crochet. The difference is that you keep pulling through that second loop. I'll show you here one more time. So I yarn over, I insert into the hook, I yarn over, pull through the stitch, and pull through that first loop. Now there's 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through both loops. So now I have herringbone half double crocheted in the first stitch and the second stitch. Now what I need to do is I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to skip the next stitch, I'm going to go to the next, and I'm going to place a herringbone half double crochet stitch into it. So I've created a little bit of a gap there with that chain 1. I'm going to repeat, chain 1, skip, herringbone half double crochet in the next. Continue across here until we have a couple of stitches left. I'll show you how we end this. So again, we chain 1, skip, herringbone half double crochet, chain 1, skip, herringbone half double crochet here. We're going to chain 1, we're going to skip this space, and then in the last 2 stitches I'm going to place herringbone half double crochets. So essentially it looks like I've got 3 stitches left. I'm going to skip this one, and then I'm going to place a herringbone half double crochet in each of the next 2. So I yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. Yarn over, insert into the very last, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. And that completes row 2. Now we're ready for row 3, and at this point our herringbone half double crochet moss stitch becomes a 2-row repeat until we get to the very last row. So what's going to happen is we're going to learn row 3 and we're going to learn row 4, and then for the remainder of your project you will just keep repeating rows 3, 4, 3, 4, and until you get to the end of your project. So how do we do row 3? We start by chaining 1 and turning. And what I'm going to do here is in this very first stitch, I'm going to place a single crochet stitch. So I'm inserting right in here, yarn over, pull through. I've got 2 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through both loops to complete that single crochet stitch. Now I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to skip this stitch right here. I am now going to work into this skip stitch from row 2, and I'm going to work a herringbone half double crochet stitch into this skipped stitch from row 2, so you can kind of see it better. There's our gap. This is the stitch we skipped. This is the chain 1 from that row. Now the key here is when we work this herringbone half double crochet down into this skipped stitch, we want to fully enclose this chain 1 space inside of that herringbone half double crochet. So how do I do that? I yarn over, I insert my hook down here into that skipped stitch. Now I need to make sure that my crochet hook pops all the way out the back side. I don't want it to angle up on the front. So again, you have to make sure that your crochet hook makes it all the way to the back side. We're going to yarn over, pull through till we come back to the front side. Now I'm going to make this loop just a little bit longer here. I'm going to still keep turning. I'm going to turn and pull through that second loop, because that's how we work that herringbone half double crochet. But I kept that a little bit longer to make it a little bit looser, so you can see what this looks like here. I'm going to yarn over, pull through both loops to complete that herringbone half double crochet. Now I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to skip this stitch right here, and I'm going to work a loose herringbone half double crochet stitch into this space down here. So again, I do that by yarning over, coming down, inserting into that skipped stitch, working all the way to the back side. I yarn over, pull through all the way to the front side. I'm going to make that loop longer, and then I'm going to continue and pull through that loop right there on the hook. Now I've got 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through both loops to complete the second herringbone half double crochet. Chain 1. I'll just show you what it looks like if you don't fully enclose that herringbone or that chain 1 inside of the herringbone half double crochet. So if I were to pop up here into the front side and then work my herringbone half double crochet as usual, it looks okay on the front side, but if you notice up here on top, suddenly we've got 2 stitch tops, 2 rows of stitches basically going. We've got our current one, and you can see row 2s, and we don't like that. If we keep going, you're going to have a double kind of thing going on here, and it doesn't look good. We want it to look the same on both sides, so there's that, and notice how this stitch doesn't look like that. So that's why we want to completely enclose that herringbone half double crochet inside of our, or that chain 1 inside of our herringbone half double crochet. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, making it a little bit looser, pull through the first loop, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over again, pull through both loops, chain 1. So we're going to keep working this stitch all the way to the end of the row, and I'll show you how to finish it. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, keep loose, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through both, chain 1, skip, yarn over, work into the bottom or the skip stitch, pull through, make it looser, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, chain 1, skip. Now we've got 1 more skipped stitch to work into, so we'll yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, making that a little bit looser, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. Now we have 2 stitches left here, so we're going to chain 1, we're going to skip this first stitch and work a single crochet into the second. So we're skipping because we've chained 1, so we're going to skip, and then we're going to come over here into the very last stitch and work a single crochet stitch. And that completes row 3. So row 4 is our last new row to learn. So again, after row 4, you would then repeat row 3, then row 4, and so on until you were done with your project. So how do we do row 4? So we start by chaining 1 and turning. We're going to place a single crochet in this very first stitch right here. And then we are immediately going to work a loose herringbone half double crochet down into this skip stitch from the previous row. So just like we've worked them, we're going to yarn over, insert into that skipped stitch, yarn over, pull through, make that loop a little bit bigger, pull through the first loop. Now I've got 2 on my hook, yarn over, pull through both. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to skip this stitch. I'm going to work a loose herringbone half double crochet into the next skip stitch from row 3 in the exact same manner. And I'll keep doing that, chain 1, skip, work a loose herringbone half double crochet stitch down here, yarn over, pull through, make it looser, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through both, chain 1, skip. And we're going to do this to the end. I'll show you how we end row 4. We'll continue working all the way to the end of row 4 here, and then I'll show you how I would complete, do a final row of stitching so that the top of this looks a little less wonky. So we're going to chain 1, skip, and then we're going to work down here a loose herringbone half double crochet. We are not going to chain 1 because we only have 1 stitch left, and we're going to work a single crochet into the very last stitch, and that completes row 4. So now after row 4, again, this is a 2-row repeat crochet stitch. So what we're going to do is we are going to now repeat a row 3. So our next row, because we completed a row 4, would be a row 3 where we chain 1, turn, place a single crochet in the first stitch, we chain 1, skip over this, work a herringbone half double crochet down into the skip stitch from row 4, chain 1, skip, herringbone half double crochet, and so on. So again, this is a repeat of row 3. Now what you need to do after you repeat row 3, you would then repeat row 4. Now if you're ready to look at how we finish this, I'll show you how to do a finishing row. Now you're ready to finish off the top of your herringbone half double crochet moss stitch. Now we do something a little different because we want this top edge to look just a little more finished off here. There's some gaps and such, so what I do here for a final row, this is after row 3, so we're finishing this off after row 3, and then I'll show you a version after row 4. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn. I'm going to place a single crochet in the first stitch. I'm going to herringbone half double crochet in the skipped stitch. Now instead of chaining 1, I'm going to place a single crochet in the top of that stitch from the previous row. So we are eliminating the chain 1 skip, and instead we're just placing a single crochet in place of that. So we're still doing a herringbone half double crochet down into the skip stitch, but instead of chaining 1 and skipping, we're just placing a single crochet stitch. So I have herringbone half double crochet down there into that skip stitch. I'm going to place a single crochet here in the top of that stitch, herringbone half double crochet in the skip stitch, single crochet, herringbone half double crochet, single crochet, herringbone half double crochet down into the skipped stitch, and then end this row with a single crochet. And that is how you would finish off the top of this herringbone half double crochet moss stitch after row 3. Now I'll show you how to do it after row 4. All right, so now this is what it's going to look like after a row 4. So I've just finished a row 4 here. So to do the finishing row after a row 4, I would chain 1 and turn. I would place a single crochet in the first stitch, a single crochet in the second stitch. So same idea, we are completely eliminating the chain 1 and skip. Now I'm going to work a herringbone half double crochet down into the skipped stitch. I'm going to single crochet in the top of the next, herringbone half double crochet into the skip stitch from the previous row, single crochet, herringbone half double crochet, 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 and then we're going to place 1 single crochet in each of the last 2 stitches. And that's how you would finish after a row 4. And that's what it looks like after placing that finishing row after row 4. So you can see that each way you get a little tighter top. I sometimes like to run an additional row of single crochets. After that finishing row, I would chain 1, turn, and I like to just place a row of finishing single crochets. Sometimes it's a total personal preference. You could just end with that finishing row and call it good, or you could just chain 1, turn, and place 1 single crochet in each stitch across to finish it up. So it just kind of depends on what look you like or what you're going for in your project here. I'll just show you what it looks like after a row of single crochets so you can see the difference there. It's very slight, but I do like how it looks with just 1 single crochet in each stitch across. And so that's how it would look if you decided to do just a row of single crochets to finish your project. And that's how to herringbone half double crochet moss stitch. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're wanting to learn more moss stitches, check out the link to this video above and the link below. I've got a few different variations on the moss stitch if you love how this stitch looks. And I hope you guys have a blessed day.